Like every morning in videos, I gotta start off by saying thank you, God. First of all, I just want to say thank you, God, that I'm able to see these battlefields for what they are and the clown that they have to be. To hear these perps speaking in this fashion, trying to get you to accept the ways of the logic they want me to have so I can identify with this manipulation. This is a clown. You, you hear this childlike people. It's like, now we're mapping your brain. Because what just happened is just there's this little toddler, little baby, just adorable little girl. And they force me to get the sexual stimulations and sensation. They're like, no, we mind this. It's in your brain. We're doing it. It's our research. Like, I don't understand if they hear themselves. These clowns are involved in a program where they clearly alter the mind. They wanted to make, they wanted to, for me to look at them because these appearance that they have, right? Some of them like, no, we're in the academic field. I'm like, really? Like they have no shame. Don't you see how obvious of a facade you are? And so I have to be thankful. It's like, who can even fall for this facade? Who can fall for like, oh, they're not manipulating my brain. This is like a group of this educated academic group of people who aren't altering the mind. They're doing this research, this deep research, and it's trash us. And then you have all the information on earth that validates that they've been doing this manipulation. They alter the mind. This is more of like a cognitive warfare where we're test subject to. And they've been working and developing on this technology and using human beings as test subject. Oh, and all kind of people are contracted to be involved. You know, universities, people, student at university, random people, like all kind of people. This beneficial, they get benefits out of it. Can you imagine being involved in technology that's so sophisticated that it's not even monitoring your brain? It's done. This is a long time ago. Today is about how sophisticated they can be when they alter your mind. Can you imagine being in some kind of academic field and have the opportunity to work with this? You have these clowns that comes like, wait, mine, clown ass, and they do the same thing systematically. Trash that you don't even respect in the first place. I think that's why they send them first. For me, I've noticed there's this tactic of like using very childlike people. The people that you look at them, it's like, I can't even respect you. Like, I will never even look at you like, whatever you tell me in life, it will be like, okay, yeah, okay, really good for you. And they send them like, no, we're mining. And I'm like, you look like, they obviously, this is not the people that you should ever listen to in the first place. But these people really want to look at you in the sense like, oh, we see, we're not just doing this altering of the mind that we've been doing to others. With you, it's different. There's a source in there. There's a source. We're getting to the source of your brain and bring it's trash. So you just altering my brain to experience that, and then you try to make me feel like I should identify with this manipulation. The brain has to be changed. The brain has to be altered, meaning that you have to do things to my brain for me to experience that. That means that I'm no longer authentically myself, but I'm being manipulated one way or another to experience this. Your job to do this to me is for the purpose of breaking me down. Then you use your clown tonality of voices using V2K. This person use the same tactics. And they have this trash that you don't even respect. Talk about now we have this source. Like, look at you, trash ass. And then sometimes they bring like these people who's in the academic field or should be thinking, oh my gosh, you know how many target visuals literally say, I think this UC Berkeley is involved with Stanford research are involved in this too. Because they contract people from all sorts. And you get to understand the benefit of somebody within the scientific world, within the technological world, within the academic world would enjoy participating in this. Can you imagine the level of information you can get when you involve yourself in this kind of technology? You are literally involved in technology that not only monitor the brain, but at this point it's surpassing that by far. That is manipulation. You are controlling a human being, and you also observing the best way to control what works, how you what For me, I'm supposed to look at them, they're different. And by the way, the thing is with me, it's just like I know that is not even something they do that to just to me. So when they make me have this reaction to this baby, for me they're like, no, we mapped it to you. We did that research, and that research when you were a kid, you saw this somewhere in your childhood. It's like, no, you're forcing me to have this experience. And you do that to others. With me, it's just you try to make me accepting of that is in a way that, oh no, but your childhood, the way your brain could have taken is stupid. You understand how stupid they want me to be? That if we alter your brain in this fashion, it makes sense. First of all, they just let me know that your brain has to be altered. So your brain has to be adjusted. Something that needs to be changed around your brain. So authentically, normally you will not experience that, but because we're in your brain in this way. And they still try to make sense of it. You are changing the brain. My brain is no longer my brain. My brain is being altered by this device that can alter my brain. If I'm experiencing that, it's simply because you are in my brain altering my brain. Now you have these clowns which have no self-respect, right? They think that if they keep going with this these interactions, one day I'll be like, oh my gosh, it makes sense. When they're mining, that's what happens. Wow, mining the brain, and that's what you see what it takes to get this. Man, we should all get mined. They're retarded. And they have kids with no self-respect. It's disgraceful as it gets. No respect. What they have to lose? What they have to... Clowns. And I'm looking at them, they get mad when they force me. This baby with a little toddler, not even like maybe a 2-year-old. And then start giving me stimulation, sensation. I'm like, oh. So now we mind there's a source. Yeah, the source is you trash out. You're the source in my brain, altering my brain to make me experience that. Can you imagine? Like, no, we found the source. The source is you in my brain. It's like me going to this person's brain. It's like, oh, and manipulating the brain. No, there's a source. You know, there was a source behind that. That's why you became able to make you feel like, what? So I'm having to adjust your brain. That's all. And they really like, they can look at you like, makes sense. You clown ass. I will never let them live their fantasy, but it's bad in the sense that, for me, I just need to be thankful. Like, I just imagine if one day, if I truly could have identified, even when I didn't know about this target individual situation, I knew it just made no sense. Like, I can feel my brain being altered. My brain is changing. It's just, I wrote a letter saying, hey, listen, they can change the brain. I have not been my senses that day. And they're like, no, but we're minding, we're mapping the brain. It's like, clown ass, you're changing my brain. You're altering my brain. The reason, and the sole reason why I'm experiencing that is because my brain is being altered by trash like you. Then you come up with, no, it's... So at the end of the day, you gotta be strong and understanding these people have a job, a task. They are supposed to make you feel something degrading. Right? Their job is to break you down. They're not here trying to figure you out. It's not a researcher knowing who you are. It's figuring how they can break you down. What breaks you down? What disturbs you? How to disturb you? It's a weapon system. They learn how to break you even more efficiently. It's a negative aspect of this. This is not a program that truly wants to know how to know you. They try to know how to break you. That's it. It's a weapon system, as I called it. Maybe there could be obviously potential for good, of course, but not when it's happening to us talking with you, because this is run by the DoD. One day, I'm sure this will be a positive coming out of this. But right now, because the Department of Defense is the Department of Defense and they're weaponizing this technology, it's going to be negative. It's going to be a cognitive warfare. We're just going to be these guinea pigs, and they're going to use this trash. I don't respect this trash in the first place. Try to make you accepting of it. Before that, they would try. Listen, they have these tactics of like implementing personality onto people. I can truly listen. They can make me, for example, Drake. I made a video about Drake. Drake now has like this back and forth with this rapper where he called him a pedophile, and apparently, I didn't even know that was a real rumor. But apparently, some people didn't like the fact that he would date some very young people, like 18-year-old, and still today he's like a 37 years old and is dating like early young 20s or whatever. But there's been like this thing behind him. But me, I know Drake as somebody who you don't. He's renowned for stealing other people's girlfriend, wife, or stuff like that. He been with so many women. There's one I remember, like he had this singer who's a beautiful singer, and somehow she was in a relationship. He took her from her and something like that. So he's known to be like a sniper, right? At least that's what he was known for. But he also had like other people saying that, man, he's out here picking up very young girls. At one point, there was a picture of him with the actress from Stranger Things, and they're saying, oh, he's grooming her, that he's waiting, then he's gonna. And for me, they've been using that as like, now you see, because I like Drake music. I grew up with Drake music. I listen to just like millions of others, right? Drake is one of the most popular musicians. So in my brain, they were trying to like make me see Drake, see that's you, just that's you. And they try literally making me identify with this man. They have this ability to impose a personality into you. It's like, now you are Drake. Okay, this clown, this stupid. They have no shame. No shame. That's why these perps are the bottom feeders. I'd rather die in hell. And I'm so thankful to God that I never live life doing the things they do. On top of that, the humiliation. Let me just get back to this. I know it makes no sense, but I just want to show the cognitive warfare that we deal with as test subjects. They can impose these things onto you. This technology literally overrides your thought process. Literally take over your thought process, and you can control your brain in so many ways. That's what they've been doing for so long. It's surreal, it's hard to believe, but it's true, and it's been ongoing for years. It's funny, if you go to Joe Rogan, there's the first patient of the, what's the name of the Neuralink. They put a chip on this guy who's handicapped, and he said how his brain signal can make this, so he has this like connection to these devices, right, with the chip. So because he can't move his limbs or anything, he's paralyzed. He can just write things that using his mind, right? Because the signals are captured, and he can control that using his brain signals, right? Now, this is old technology in the Department of Defense. It's old, because when you find out how advanced these agencies, this Department of Defense is, that they've been working on the chips and things like this in the 60s. That today, they don't even need that. Not only they can capture your brain signal, they can control it. They've been working on that since the 60s. So I can understand why this trash feels so empowered and why they love this. Because today, mainstream is very much behind everything, and it's finally kind of catching up, and they're very behind the scene. Like really behind. And you have these losers who have nothing to show for, but involved in technology that is so ahead from anything we are even close to in the mainstream, that they love this. They call themselves God. At this point, it's clear that they can capture your brain signal. Once they capture your brain signal to this device, your brain now connects to this device and mimics and mirrors whatever this devices experience. So if they want you to experience some kind of sexual stimulation, they just have to implant that in that device, and you're going to have the same frequency of that device. And this is how they can control you. Now things can become more sophisticated, because now they can refine your thought process. Now it's so deep in your brain that they can control your thought process at a very deep level. And so what they do, in accordance with the manipulation of your brain, is like this perps seems to be around you to try to make you align with these manipulations. It's like this is how it feels like it's working. I'm just kind of expressing. I don't know if there's the technical aspect of it. There's this device that can obviously manipulate you, and then there's these perps who seem to do whatever they need to for you to identify with this manipulation, to gaslight you into accepting this. It seems like they want you to identify and become and be accepting of this manipulation as if it's you naturally. And these perps are supposed to make you believe it's you, and so you identify with this. I don't identify, and not only I don't identify, I know this trash know very well I'm not going to identify, and they know very well that they are the one involved in the manipulation of my brain. They know their task. they're gonna act in this anger rage. Oh, you're gonna steal with Matthew, he'll pay. And they do everything to deflect. When you put things into perspective, oh, you're gonna burn in hell. Burn! He's gonna rape you. And they know the games. Now, there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. I'm helpless in the sense that this technology is gonna overwhelm me. Because we're talking about the Department of Defense technology. Using me as a guinea pig. I've accepted reality. I accepted the truth about the theatrics of it all is just theatric. The facade is a facade. I was thinking, how they tell me I'm going to burn, I'm going to stab. I'm like, they could have evaporated me. This technology can do so much damage to you in levels that are surreal. What they're going to try to make me experience is a theatrical aspect of it. Oh, you're going to be stabbed, you're going to starve, you're going to this. They can evaporate me. They can just turn off my brain completely. They can just. But the theatrics of it all, they're supposed to make me believe that this and that we're gonna, they were so mad, they're gonna stab you. It's like, what? And for me, I'm like, I gotta stay within the reality of things. This trash in the pajamas that can destroy my organs. Look at how pathetic this person is. Do you think why do you think she's capable of doing that? It's because she's involved in a program where the technology can do so much horrible things remotely. This new weapon system, like this man said, is the future of this weapon system. Can destroy a human being without shooting a bullet. But I can attack the mind and the body using energy weaponry. That's why this trash can do that. And I'm a guinea pig. And they're like, no, but we're feminists. Shut the clown ass. I don't know, like, for me, it's just like, do you not, like, if you're in my shoes, you see somebody like you saying these things, would you not even, like, be laughing at this? I don't think they understand how clown-like this sounds like. They think they can stay in character. This is money. Oh, we're not, huh? Oh, we're not, huh? Oh, we're not mining. We're not mining. It's like, and they say this, I'm like, you're a clown. No, you're manipulating my brain. You're altering my brain. My brain is not mine anymore. You're playing my brain. Whatever ways you try to make me have this reaction, then try to make me accepting of it, it's retarded. You are having to change the brain of somebody for them to experience that. Then you use this retards who have no self-respect, no self at all. So now we're mining because you felt like that when you were a kid. This is where you were like, shut up. You manipulate my brain today, manipulate my memories as a child, then try to make me think that what we're doing is your brain just changing into it, and day in and day out, altering the brain, and then this retards even added to a cherry on top of everything by saying we're gonna frame you so you're gonna get raped. It's like, yeah, exactly, the people who are framing me are in my brain, mining me. Clowns. And then be like, just acting like it's just, it's so clown-like. Now, for me, I've accepted reality. Now, but these clowns gonna try to stay in character. I'm telling you, I'm like, you need to see yourself. You need to see yourself when you act. You need to see yourself when you act because you gotta understand how stupid you look. They need to, like, that's why I always show, like, they need to, they need to see themselves. It's embarrassing. I don't even know how, I couldn't even do this. That's why they probably use this child like people. By the way, I love the fact that this reality, and I'm going to bring it up, because they were hyping these kids. There's children that apparently that they're going to tell to say that I raped them or something, some nastiness, in the way they're going to frame me. And they hype these kids by saying, oh, you're so brave, you're such a hero. And just not too long ago, these kids about the same age as them, who got kidnapped and raped and filmed getting raped here, not too far in this city. I mean, this is something that happens all the time, but this is something that was kind of on the news. So I'm like, and this is like, you see the reality. You think you're a hero? Go tell those kids who actually got raped and kidnapped that you're a hero. Trash. You just bottom feeders. I love that because it presents them as the trash that they are. You see, this is what you are. You're trash. Well, there's actually kids over there trying to survive these things. You're trash. I was like, yeah, we are gonna say, it's like, please go do it, trash. I told you. Yo, bottom feeders, please do that. Keep being groomed like that. Watch. For me, I will never let this trash fantasize about anything else but the low life that they are. Go do this. And on top of that, another cherry on top of the biggest cherry of it all. This guy yesterday was so angry because there's this beef between Drake and Kendrick, and there was a rap song, and he said something, you're certified lover, boy lover, whatever, certified love or lover, and actually certified pedophile. It's some lyric he calls him a pedophile, and because they want me to identify with Drake, it's like, you see, you're a certified pedophile. I was like, you're retarded. Because the truth is, this trash are working for governmental entities where there's certifications of how pedophilia-centric they are. They have so much child porn downloading using DoD computers and DoD network that they created and introduced a bill to try to limit the amount of child porn being downloaded using the DoD computers and DoD network in 2019. That's not too long ago. That's when this thing started with me, on August 19, 2019. They're introducing this. And so this guy get mad, like, oh, yes, take your pay. Shut up. Bunch of pedos. You're just mad because I'm listening to how obviously you guys are pedophiles. And you work for governmental entities that clearly have pedophilia issues. Well, they are here to rewire my brain, manipulate my brain in every fashion to make me accept you of these ways. He got frustrated. It's like, trust, deal with reality. You think I was going to let you live your fantasy? I'd rather get castrated than get you, let you, I'll run to that. Why do you think I can even burn myself in this? Why do you think I can run to somebody who's going to torture me? It's because trash like them wanted to live a deluded reality where somehow I was going to let them do what they do to people. And while fantasizing about what this is about, when in reality they know clearly what it is. I'm not identifying with this manipulation. I understand. This trash can do this. This technology can do this. I know why you love this. I understand this. I understand the love in what they do. What they love about this is the fact that they can do so much to a human being. It's such an empowering feeling, I'm sure. I'm sure it's so intoxicating what they're capable of doing to me without me knowing, without me even being aware of it all. The control and the manipulation and the things they can do to my body and destroy my body and even repair what they destroyed. It must be amazing. Or in their life, to be determined. Of course, I understand the intoxication of it all. But they're trying to create this fantasized reality of what this is about so they can enjoy it properly and still make themselves believe that they're not the trash that they are. Never. I'm not this genius, I'm not this wise, but I get it. And they make themselves angry and even the voices they come up with, yeah, get paid, get in now. This trash, opportunist low life. And they think I'm going to let them live their fantasy. That's why they want to torture me in ways that it's going to be theatrical. So they can be like, no, you see, we're so mad, you're going to be tortured this way, castrated, trash. You're going to torture me so bad because I know you torture children, because I know you torture women, and I know the entities that run this program that are really in charge of this are filled pedophiles, and you wanted to live their fantasy, and I kept putting that in their faces 24/7. So you got frustrated, to the point now they even had their own kids frame me while there's kids getting kidnapped and raped, and filmed being raped in every ways. Trash like them. And then like, no, we're doing it for this. You rape this is recording. Like, what? The women that are here burning genitals and cutting genitals. It's surreal. You look at them like trash. You know how many women you are here frying and destroying and raping? Delusional trash. And then try to be like, no, we are avenging. Avenging? Trash, you are here torturing even babies. And then be like, oh, you're mad. You're pooh, trash. They do crime against humanity. It's not even just atrocities. In their pajamas. Fucking clown. And you hear this noise campaign is all part of the ecosystem. Because the government runs this program. And they want to disorient me and live this fantasy. That's why you hear this trash talking. Do you understand? This is what women are saying. That the police is involved, the ambulances are involved, and all that. For me, I'm like, I'm going to run to this. And they work for entities filled with pedophiles. I run to them. This fake rage is fake. Me? I can run to these motherfuckers. I know what it's about. Mass shootings because of this trash. The way they torture even infants. You hear this ambulance, this sirens, this is the typical shit they do. The cops don't even want to see me anymore. You know why? Because there's women saying, hey, everybody's involved, the hospital's involved, the this and that. trash. I would ride in hell and live like this trash. Sold their soul to entities filled with pedophiles, and even try to have this law enforcement. Like, what's new, officer? You can't even say Roy Moore. They sold their soul to entities filled with pedophiles. I can't even say Roy Moore to them. You know who Roy Moore is? Roy Moore is a man who's allegedly was picking up kids as young as 14 years old. The reason why I keep saying that name, Roy Moore, in a clear way, which they can do, is because my employer who put me in this program donated money to this man who allegedly was doing these things to kids when he was an assistant DA. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, they are restricted to say his name. Even officers, even in courts, I say Roy Moore to somebody, he starts sweating bullets. I'm like, Jesus. And the way they try to say it in the way you can't hear, it makes them even more cowardly. Because they want to say it so bad, but they can't say it. So more. With exactly trash. Target individual. I'm glad that I'm able to express this. But stay strong and see things for what they are. There's going to be a lot of psyops. There's going to be a lot of facade. Because this is supposed to cover up the reality of what this is about. The government is using human subject, and have been using human subject to develop this technology. This technology is as sophisticated as even altering the mind in so many ways. They have clowns of all sorts. You heard the ecosystem of even sirens of people trying to make noise campaign, right? You should see some of the clowns here. It's even worse. Clowns they can't say Roy Moore in a way that's clear. If I say Roy Moore to this officer, he will just look away. What? But when I'm saying Roy Moore, he can say it. A whole fucking office, a grown man, grown woman. Just put them on the floor. They just look at you. Let's go. I will make sure that they know. I know who's running this show. I know who's the pedos that run your fucking Lowlifes. You better respect them. Say his name when you know you can't. I can't hear it. They work for governmental entities filled with pedophiles. They do this pedophilia type of torture. They torture men, they torture women, they torture children, they cause mass shootings. Babies have been tortured, children have died from mass shootings. This trash of the low life. And they know their places, they know the rules not to break. And for some reason, one of the rules is don't say Roy Moore when he can clearly hear you say Roy Moore. Time it right. Oh, be careful. I've seen listen, what I love about being able to say Roy Moore is to see how they try to be threatening. And I say Roy Moore, and the fear is something else. These sirens, this ambulance, he might have said Roy Moore in a way that I can hear. But I can guarantee you, he cannot say that in front of me clearly. I love this, because that shows me the reality of things. You see, you guys are so pedophilia-centric that you can't even say Roy Moore in a clear way. Here, let me give it a try. Roy Moore. Can't. There's a bill called End National Defense Network Abuse Act. You know what this bill is about? Because in 2018, the Department of Defense was ranked so high for downloading so much child porn. A bill was introduced to try to limit the amount of child porn these employees, the DoD, are downloading using DoD computers and network. You understand how pedos these lowlife are? And then you add the Roy Moore aspect of it, and then you hear the testimonials of people saying they forced me to have sexual stimulation towards children. And they're like, now we're mine and we're different. Target individual, be thankful. As easy as it is to do what they do, as easy as it is to do destructive things to us in their pajamas, this technology is that sophisticated. This is the weapon system of the 21st century, where the destruction of a human being can be done in the most comfortable way. They have facilitated all kind of evilness, because that's what the Department of Defense do. They come up with the best weapons. They have weaponized this technology that alter the mind. And unfortunately, I'm one of many test subjects, but thankfully I'm not one of these low-life perps contracted by these entities filled with pedophiles to do these things to us. So stay strong. I understand that justice will be done for the nastiness they do to us. They try to vilify me. They sometimes like, now for the women that I've heard testimonials of and how they've been torturing. You know how I know why the law enforcement is involved in this way? Because the women say, oh, law enforcement is involved. They do this and that. They're involved. They're corrupt as hell. They do these things. They say this. They participate in this. Fire department do this. Ambulances, EMTs. I'm valid. I can bring a testimonial right now. That's what I know. You know how many testimonials of women have validated me? So how much I can just stay strong.